Hi, Bolo here with Real-Time Horsemanship, and here we are again. This is going to be installment number 6 of our series of working with Apollo here, the Wild Mustang. All right. And again, parts 1 through 5, if you haven't seen them, make sure you go back and review those. You can kind of see the progress we've made from the very beginning up to this point right here. So today we're going to kind of really work on getting him focused, getting him thinking his way through things, and less reactive. I want him thinking and less reactive. And that's my goals for today. So we're going to give you a little quick update today on working with a Wild Mustang. We'll be right back. All right, now we're back. Again, this is Apollo, and we're back at the Free Spirit Rescue in Plant City, Florida. And this is Apollo. He is, again, a Bureau of Land Management, BLM, Mustang that was shipped in from out west, and the rescue ended up with him. And so keep in mind now today, the goal, we've been working on getting him where he's can be handled practically on the ground. And we're going to get into this just a little bit. When I say practically, we're not going to teach him any tricks. I'm not trying to teach him how to side pass around the rail or anything. No, there's not really any tricks involved per se. I'm looking for practical things that we need so he can be handled safely and effectively on the ground without having to drug him to do things and that sort of thing, which they've been having to do so far at this point. I'd rather not, avoid all that if we can. Make it a nice, easy, and pleasurable kind of thing to do with him, and get him to cooperate. So we'll be working on those everyday practical things that any horse, for that matter, really needs to understand right up front. I'm always about basics. I'm always about practicality. We got to get the basic foundation. Before we can teach a horse tricks or fancy stuff, and there's plenty of room for that down the road. And there's a place for that. You want a horse thinking and all that. But before we get into that, I'm looking for the very basics. Especially a horse like this, a Mustang or a colt, or a horse that hasn't really, had a whole lot of experience. So we want those basics first. That's what we'll work on today. So, all right. First of all, again, if you watched the first few series, catching him has been an issue. Okay, so now we got him. We can catch him, and he's not so worried about me or my hands so much now. And I want a horse to kind of, let me see if I can, come on. Get him to just kind of follow me around a little bit. Come on, buddy. Come on. There we go. Come on. There. And as the old saying goes, it's much easier. I'd much rather have the horse catch me than me have to catch the horse. And in the beginning, we had a hard time just getting close to him. Now I've got him kind of wanting, or at least not minding being near me. So I got him where he wants to kind of follow me around a little bit, and that's a good sign. So get him to catch me. Okay. Then the next thing we had to do, if you recall, was get the halter on. He was definitely afraid of all these tools. So now we want to get the halter on. Okay. Give him a little rub down here before we do that. Hey, buddy. So, and again, my famous rope halter here that we use. All right. And by the way, people ask me about this rope halter. That's what I use almost exclusively. Especially training. And I do have a video, by the way, on the practical use of these, how to put them on and so forth. So if you want to check out that, that's again in some of my quick tips on my website. So how to use and put on these rope halters. I love them. They're just a tool. I always use them. Just on my trained horses, I use them every day long. So it's good. All right, good boy. So now put the halter on. We shouldn't have much of an issue there. So that was good. And again, we should be able to take this halter on and off. I'll take it off here. We should be able to take it on and off and him not run away and not worry about things. All right. All right. Now keep in mind, he's still a BLM Mustang. All right. So I mean, he's I wouldn't call him quite green broke yet. it wouldn't take a whole lot sometimes, you know, just for him to really get worried about things, something that he's maybe not accustomed to, a loud noise, maybe, you know, outside the round pen. So he's still kind of on guard, but I've got him, number one, less worried about me and my tools. You know, I'm not going to hurt him. And got him thinking more as opposed to reactive, okay? And one of the first things I like to do when I get him, okay, is just get him, and I like to touch him, because again, before we can do anything with a horse, we gotta be able to touch him, okay? So we get a halter on. Now I want to be able to take, and see, he's coming, I don't know if you can see this, but I can see it. I can just read him, and I can see he's doing just about everything I ask him to do, because he says, okay, I trust the cowboy. But when I touch him, what, if you can see this, well, better now, but he'll flinch a little bit, and that's just him telling me, so, you know, if you say do it, I'm okay with it, I'll do it, but I'm not real comfortable with it. So you kind of have to keep that in mind. But I want to rub him all over. See right there, he kind of jumped a little bit when I put two hands on him. And he obviously needs a brushing here. That's something we may get into. But this is the same thing with my hands. I'm kind of brushing with my hands. And I want to be able to touch him all over. See him flinch right there just a little bit. So be aware of that. I want to touch him all over. Okay. And I want to touch him on both sides. Remember, 2 sides, 2 horses. And don't sneak around. Don't go, oh, can I barely touch? Don't sneak around. Just come up. I mean, don't come up, you know, and act like the Tasmanian devil. But just relax. Your body's tone sets the tone. Okay, your body language sets the tone. And just touch him. Just rub him like he was just your everyday horse. Take your hand, rub him like I'm kind of currying him with my fingers a little bit here. He kind of needs this anyway. One of the first things he's going to need to learn too is how to take a bath. But we're going to talk about a few practical things on everyday stuff that we want to get into, okay? But I'm just going to rub him, and again, just even a little colt right there. See, I'm kind of flinched right there. I'll put my hand down here, and we'll rub that area he was worried about a little bit more till he's okay with that. Okay, there we go. Even a young colt, we just had it. We've got one young colt at the ranch just arrived about 3 days ago, and we got another one going to arrive within any day now. A young colt, this is one of the best things you can do. If you can be careful with a mama, get somebody to help you, but come up and just get them comfortable and secure and okay with touch. See how he's still kind of worried because I'm pulling out some hair here. But get them comfortable with you touching them, okay? And when I say touching, that's kind of everywhere, all right? So here, just lined up for the camera. When I'm touching them, all right, I mean all around here, up around their ears. This is usually a real sensitive kind of area, but again, they might have a little abscess in their ear or a bug bite or something. I might have to get in there and put some medication in there. So I need to go ahead and get him desensitized there. I was sticking my thumb kind of in his ear a little bit. All right, here we go. I'm gonna come to this side, same thing. Go up here and just, yep, see how he's a little defensive on this ear. Stick my thumb in there, rub it, there, like that. Rub it, let him know it's okay. Because we may need to access those ears to medicate them, all right? So again, these are real practical issues we need to do with this guy, okay? The next thing I want to do, when you're handling them, take your fingers, and pretty soon, by the way, I'll start using a little syringe with some water in it just to get him used to it. I'm gonna take my fingers, and when I'm patting him, I'm gonna come in here and on both sides. Let me see, I'm doing this side so you can see my finger. Come here, buddy, see? Again, he's not, you know, totally comfortable, but he's much better, and he's accepting things I'm doing. So come around, take your finger, put it in the corner of his mouth. Just kind of in there. Yeah, I'll find it here in a minute. There it is. And get him used to having a little pressure in there, because at some point we're going to have to give him, you know, we have to worm him, give him oral medication, whatever, and he's going to have to get used to the sensation of a little something being in his mouth. So see, I'm putting my finger right in the crook of his mouth, and this will also be the beginning at some point, if we get there, of putting a bit in his mouth. So I want him to get used to the sensation. So I got my thumb on both sides. See, I'm just kind of sticking my thumb in there. So let him get used to that sensation of being in his mouth. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. So here we go. Yeah, that's good. And then one of the next things we want to do is start working on picking up their feet. Your farrier will certainly appreciate this, and with any horse. they've had to sedate him now up to this date to do these things, and especially a farrier. So we won't be able to do this without sedating him as soon as we can. So I want him to start learning how to pick up his feet. All right. And by the way, teaching a horse to pick up their feet, I would recommend you use, if you're not real good with this, consult a professional trainer. It can get a little risky, and there's a few tricks involved as far as teaching them to pick up their feet. You can use your ropes and just things you can teach them and still stay safe, because this can be kind of a risky proposition. But get them to pick up the feet. I like to get them used to the feel in my hand, just like that. And just when they pick it up, I release. Try it again, pick it up. Nope, not too good that time. Pick it up, there. Pick it up, then I want to hold it. And I'm not going to get too fancy with it. I'm just going to hold it for a few seconds. Just count to 5 or count 10 seconds. You want to make sure that you put it down before he takes it away from you. So get a good comfortable time, and then slowly drop it to the ground, run your hand up and pet it, just like that. You want him to present that foot. You know, when I run my hand down, I want to present it just like that, okay? I don't want to have to reach down and grab it. That's any horse, and even this guy. All right, so that's some OCD. I'm gonna come over here and get his left side. Now this has been his rougher side. What side do we do here? There, maybe. He's been a little slower on this side. See right here, he's a little slower. Still want to pick it up. I'm going to hold it just for a few. We just kind of started this, and as we go along, I'll start tapping on his sole and get him used to the sensation. I'll start cleaning his hooves. Now put it down. Okay, there we go. Now again, I want him to present that just a little bit better. There, just like that. Kinda. There. Just kind of get it. When I squeeze his leg right here, I want to kind of think about picking it up for me. There we go. So we want all these practical things. Be able to touch him in his ears, be able to medicate him, get in his mouth, pick his feet up, be able to brush him. All the normal day-to-day practical things a horse needs, and him not worry about it. So this is what we're after right now. Okay. Here we go. Good boy, good boy. Okay, and now that's about it on these practical matters. Now right now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and send him around a little bit. Now I want him to start thinking a little more. Remember my mantra, I guess I say quite a bit to my students. When I ask a horse to do something, I want them to continue doing that thing until I ask him to do something different. In other words, I'm asking him simply to stand still. When I touch him, just simply stand still. That's it. All right, and I want him to keep standing still until I ask him to do something different. So, and no matter what I tell him to do, and I'm getting ready to send him around me, I'm gonna send him around, and I want him to think about it on his own and to go around me without me having to drive him all the time. So get him thinking on his own to keep doing what I ask him to do until I ask him to do something different, okay? So, now we didn't have much of a warm-up here. Well, we didn't have any warm-up, actually. Let me see what we got here. Now the whole, very good, very good. Very good. Okay, here we go. Get on around me. There we go. Now, when I do this, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of get him used to it. Let him go around a couple of times so he kind of get the idea. Send him, there we go. It's been a while since we've done this. Let me see if you remember it now. He's really trying hard to watch my body language. I see there he got a little, something kind of got him a little bit, he went a little out. What I want is the belly of this rope to drag the ground as he goes around me, kind of like something along those fashions. Right there, so he's a little bit out there. See that rope now kind of dragging the ground just a bit? That's what I'm looking for. I want him to go around me without him pulling on me or me pulling on him, just like that. Okay, now, yield that hindquarters. Very good. Now you notice I didn't pull his head this time. I just pushed the hindquarters with my eyes and stopped him and got 2 eyes from him. So that's got a lot better. All right, so, and here we go. Let's go the other way. Good boy, good boy. Come on. So what I want, I'm picking the direction is my fault. I pulled on the rope. I'm picking the direction. I'm picking the speed. Here we go. After that, what I'm trying to get him to do is just keep going around me. Now I have to be real careful. He's watching me like a hawk. So I don't want to confuse him with body language that I didn't mean to send. So I'm basically, he wants to stop right there for some reason. Come on. Here we go. I don't want to send the wrong message to him. So I want him to just think about this. I've told you to go around me. Get a little energy here. Okay. Told you to go around me. Wait, actually, you might be worried about that bag behind me. Maybe that could be part of that. Once you go around me, keep going around me until I ask you to stop. I mean, that's it. So I want you to think about, he wants to stop right there. Now he changed directions the wrong way, so make that a little more uncomfortable for him. Please go the way I want you to. I want you to stop there. Now we're having a little issue. I'll make that uncomfortable. Go the way I want you to go. This is the fun thing about unedited live video. You get to see the mistakes. Let me just go around him a little bit more. Keep going. And remember, two sides of a horse, 2 different horses. The other side, he was just perfect, near perfect. Now he's a little goofy on this side. Now let's see how we do. And I just let him go around. I'm looking for him again to relax. And we're not getting that power trot like we had before, so that's good. He is kind of relaxed. He's just getting a little confused when he gets right over here. There, so I just kind of left him alone, see if he could figure it out, and he did. There, very good. Now I'm gonna bring him around one more time. Very good. I'm gonna bring him kind of right in front of the camera and watch how I stop him. Watch. I just see, I don't pull on his head. Matter of fact, I even create slack in this rope. Just push his butt away with my eyes so there's no pressure anywhere. That's exactly what I want, this kind of body language. So that's pretty good right there. So, okay. All right, we're gonna do one more little test here today, just to kind of give you an update on how he's doing. The dreaded plastic bag. This is a horse's worst nightmare right here, the plastic bag. What I use, it's just another stick. It's just like this red stick here. If you can do this, find you an old stick that you're not using and take the end off of it. I drilled a hole in the end of it, put a like a zip tie kind of or right through it, and that way I can tie these bags on the end and replace those bags as necessary. I just use it as an additional stick. That way I don't have to switch off. I just switch sticks and use this when I want to. So, but anyway, bring him back up here. And I want to see how he is with this plastic bag. Again, this is probably one of the worst things you can do. They're really concerned about the plastic bags. There we go. And remember now, we've already worked with him this a little bit. If you remember that last session, we started working with the plastic bags and the tarp. So. Good, good. Remember, 2 sides, 2 different horses. 2 sides, 2 different horses. Here we go. But put those at the end of a stick. I guess if you have an extra handy stick, good use for them. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Good. So I want him. And again, this is direct desensitizing, but more than that, I want him indirect, which means like I was doing when I was sending him around me, I want him to start doing more thinking, less reacting. More thinking his way through things and less reactive. So that's the best way to get a horse. There's no such thing, I always say, as a bomb-proof horse. That's the very best way to mitigate all his reactiveness, is to get him thinking and focused on you. That's the big issue here. Keep him focused on me and not worry about these things like this bag or whatever. I always say the horse eating monkeys up in the trees, they seem to want to find. That's it. So there. Okay. And that's really about it. Come around. Now my white language says move now. Come back around. There we go. Very good. Come up next to me. Come up next to me. And we'll give him a little reward for he had a good day right now. We just kind of want to go through a few things we've been working with. And again, we're working on practical things. First off, come to me. Don't run from me. Don't panic and run away from me. Don't worry about me or things that I'm using. My stick, bags, ropes. Don't worry about that. So I want to get that relationship with him, that he trusts me and not to worry about things that I do or the tools I use. And then after that, again, we work on all the practical things about what we're going to need to do on the ground. Picking his feet up, putting medication in, worm medicine, getting his mouth, all these things, brushing him, currying, washing him. We got to get all that going. And let's just get the basics out of the way. So life is a lot better without having to sedate him, again, to get some of these things done. Once we get that really good, then we can start working on maybe moving those feet a little more. We'll do a little more different exercises, more advanced stuff on the ground and make him better. But first of all, I want that relationship and we want the basics. So just kind of keep that in mind with a new horse of any kind. Always think about the basics first before you try to get too fancy with this. All right, good deal. Oh, I think you did pretty good. We'll find you a cookie. All right, good job. All right, guys, appreciate it. We'll see you in the next installment of this Working with a Wild Mustang. Bolo, real-time horse.